And hello, back to the tournament. We are for round 3. I'm Peter Blank. I'm joined by Philip Klein.
Hello,
And
everyone.
we got ourselves makeup again for the stream so that you guys have our very beautiful faces. But for round 3, we have a beautiful pairing.
We have Johannes Gutbrod, the winner of yesterday's Austrian Legacy Masters main event on 4-color control versus our local hero Jonas Schermberger. Jonas went second in the Austrian Legacy League, a league that goes over a whole season, a whole year of events, and maybe he can take the revenge for yesterday.
Yeah, he decided since yesterday that he wants to adopt a beautiful card that he believes is one of the top of the metagame. Yesterday he played Mono Black Scam, and today he opted for Splash.
Of blue. So, amphibious psychic frog. Let's take a look. On the left hand side, we have Johannes Gutbrod on 4-color control, and on right, Jonas is starting off with a fetch on a swamp. So I think he's really just splashing the frog.
Yeah, he's the only blue card in his deck is the Psychic Frog. If we look closely at the deck list, you have them at your disposal via the Stream Deck extension. The only card in his whole 75
Psychic frog that's blue
is the Psychic Frog. He's playing 2 Underground Sea and 1 Undercity Sewers to support this. Otherwise, he's trying to play his menacing cards in the form of Stalactite Stalker, the Shadowy on Doughty Voidwalker, and Grief and Troll of Khazad-dûm.
Decklists can be found on the Stream Decker extension on Twitch. It's on the right hand side of the stream.
And on the side of Johannes Gutbrod, I think we have basically a nearly same list since yesterday. I think he's opted of 2 Stifle in the main deck now. I think there was another card in there, but otherwise it's the menace that he won the game or the tournament in yesterday.
So after Grief, we see 2 Dark Ritual Barrogoyf. Also Barrogoyf, a really, really nice card out of Modern Horizons 3.
Yeah, it's a Tarmogoyf. We are used to it. It has the same stat line basically, but it's a card advantage engine. It's milled you for free when it hits your opponent, and you can put one of the creature cards that you milled into your hand.
Is it any card out of the graveyard or just the one that you milled? Can we take a short look?
One that you milled.
Because maybe
whenever Barrogoyf deals combat damage to a player, you may mill that many cards. If you do, you may put the creature cards from among them into your hand.
Okay, so unfortunately he can't take the Grief that died again,
which would be
extremely
pretty
insane.
Awesome. And yeah, we see Johannes pondering around trying to find a card that interacts with the Barrogoyf. I think there was not a second removal spell in his hand when Jonas took the Leyline Binding. But
which was certainly the right call.
Yeah.
We want to keep them as removal light as possible, although they have so much removal.
Yeah, the thing is they have 8 removal spells, 4 Swords to Plowshares, and 4 Leyline Bindings.
Also some Solitudes?
No.
No Solitudes, but yeah, 4 Leyline Binding and 4 Swords to Plowshares alongside counter spell suit.
Yeah, in the sideboard we get another Dismember, Pernicious Steed. But yeah,
we have here now a Surveillant on top and now milling, so probably a really good creature on top.
Yeah,
a Stalactite Stalker, yeah. So what do you take, the Stalactite Stalker or the Troll?
You mill not 3 cards, you mill
the
power.
Yeah, you mill the power of the Barrogoyf.
It's so good.
And now Stalactite Stalker gets to descend because the permanent cards were put into the graveyard,
which is something that we kind of have to explain, because usually when something references a permanent, it's something that happens from on the field to the graveyard. But in this case, it says permanent card, which means any cards with a permanent type, which is land, artifact, enchantment, creature, planeswalker. If one of those is put into the graveyard via the milling, it also grows the Stalactite Stalker.
And I, for myself, I like Stalactite Stalker way more than Nethergoyf. Because the menace of Stalactite Stalker grows pretty fast when you play fetch lands or things like Barrogoyf or Mishra's Bauble or something like that. Or even Pitch Grief also dies and descends. So Stalactite Stalker can grow pretty fast and has menace.
Yeah, menace is a keyword that was often overlooked, I would say. It's like, yeah, it's a keyword, yeah.
It's a keyword. A lot of keywords in Magic.
But nowadays, with so many menace creatures, it's really hard to block those, and they get respectable stat lines. I mean, you all have been griefed before, and a 3/2 that attacks on the ground would be, yeah, it's an okay card, but with menace, you have to deploy 2 creatures to get it blocked. Then you most of the time have a small one and a big one, so the small one also dies. Yeah, it's really interesting, yeah.
And now we have a Sots. Johannes found a sword for the Barrogoyf. And we have now the Psychic Frog here. Playing around days and cracking the fetch land to descend to grow the Stalactite Stalker.
And maybe we get another Undercity Sewers.
I need 2 frogs. I have already 2, but I need 2 more.
Yeah, the frogs are so good. And I think yesterday's tournament really showed it. We had 28 copies of Psychic Frog in the top 8
Oh wow, so many frogs.
out of 32 possible ones. And yeah, we will see how it will be for tomorrow.
Yeah. I mean, also this kind of pairing is really nice because you can what does Stalactite Stalker really say? Is it just in your turn or can you discard a card
Only
with
in your turn. At the beginning of your end step.
Okay, so you can't descend in your opponent's turn. That would be awesome pairing with Psychic Frog because you just discard a card in the main phase of your opponent and descend again.
Yeah, it would be absolutely bonkers, especially in a deck with Wasteland, for example. It's so easy to descend on multiple turns, each turn cycle, and it would grow out of hand quickly.
And here Johannes is really, really searching for answers. And the problem is Johannes has to remove the frog. Because the frog is drawing cards. And then Johannes will get damage in from the stalker that grows every turn and every turn.
Yeah.
So the stalker will be a problem in 2 or 3 turns probably.
Yeah.
It will represent lethal.
And something that is really interesting on the side of Jonas is if you play like 4-color control against Grixis Delver or Blue-Black Frog, they have basically limited set of creatures. For Grixis Delver, most of the time it's around 12 to 15. There you have 8 remove spells, you get 1 sword, so 9 remove spells. If you count in the blue lands that get something back, the Mystic Sanctuary. But Jonas Schermberger plays 24 creatures. So at some
And 4 reanimate.
and 4 reanimate. So at some point the removal is gone. And if you have to search for removal, you can run out of it. And here we see if we get a removal.
Thoughtsis is really strong here.
Yeah. It should basically guarantee that your remove spell resolves. Because I think Jonas has something like a push, a Shieldred's Edict or something like that.
Or a dismember.
Or a dismember.
So what do we have here? We have double days, ponder. Depends on the hand of Jonas. If he has a fatal push, I'm probably discarding a days.
Yeah. If he has no remove spell,
then it's the ponder, yeah.
It's the ponder. He can't block it.
And descending, yeah.
Yeah.
Just to grow the Stalker.
Yeah. Now he has a 4/5. And yeah, I really like the Stalker. Johannes now doesn't have any cantrips to set up his.
Double days land and top draw.
Yeah,
He probably draws, I don't know. You for sure block the frog with frog. Do you let Johannes draw here?
I think so. Because he's dead in 2 turns. And you would just jump with the frog in exchange for 2 dazes that seem pretty grim against the empty-handed Jonas. Even though he has a lot of free drops, because Jonas's deck pretty much stops at 3.
Yeah, the barrel guy for the
Yeah.
4. Yeah, I mean grief. I mean you can call grief also.
Yeah,
And I have seen my fair share of Jonas casting hard casting Troll of Khazad-dûm.
but most of the time with a Dark Ritual. But not only.
Okay, so 2 dazes in hand and Johannes attacking.
Yeah. Which must mean a daze discarded.
But if Johannes draws the card from Psychic Frog, I think Jonas has to block. Because Johannes has to discard, so his frog lives. Yeah, discard a daze. I'm fine with this. I'm fine with this. Johannes is stuck with a daze in hand.
Yeah. So he gets
Hands on the draw. You attack for 4. And now he's dead on board. And what's happening now is Fatal Push. With just a daze. That's game.
No. He can
Probably.
still draw a Sword to
Sword to
Plowshare.
Plowshare from the top, yeah.
Or he has like 6 outs, then there are like 6 cantrips still left. He can Uro to get enough life back. So there is a lot that can happen for Johannes.
That's true. That's true. But at least we present lethal next.
Yeah.
What's the fetch now? Is it Mystic Sanctuary? Yeah.
Yeah. So he will draw Sword to Plowshare for next turn. Something that I was thinking about is like using the Stalactite Stalker to kill the Psychic Frog. Because
But it's 3 mana, yeah. Mm-hmm.
it would have been a whole turn. So you attack with it, and then you can still kill the creature. And he can't outgrow at this point, I think. But yeah, he gets the Swords to Plowshares. He picks up the daze, he gets the sword. He can get the sword on the next turn again. So swording it. Played. Maybe he gets a Ponder now on top of his deck. Yeah.
Ponder, yeah. Uh-huh. And a Barrowburg.
Yeah.
Really, really good. I mean, I would have picked swords instead of the Ponder. To be honest. On top.
To save yourself. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's a shuffle.
We have seen a force.
It was like 3 blue cards. So
Three
no
blue
remove.
cards?
So no removal spell in there. They seemed blue, yeah. This would also be something that he could have done.
Yeah, shuffled 4 stays and something else. I would have for sure picked up the
Yeah,
swords.
there are like 2 forms of playstyle. It's one of them is the Ponder, and the other one is the force. The sword, basically.
Yeah, these are 2 totally different kinds. I think the Ponder, putting the Ponder on top is playing to win. Putting the swords on top is playing to not lose.
And I think at this point you want to play to not lose.
Really good. Psychic Frog here. At least. Blocks.
Yeah.
You have to block it.
The question now is if you want to shrink the Barogoyf with getting rid of...
These draws of Jonas are insane. Really, really good.
I think I would have actually exiled the Leyland Binding. It decreases the power
That's true.
of the Barogoyf. But only a small thing. But what are the cards that you want to bring in?
On Jonas' side, you all can see the deck lists on the Stream Deck extension in Twitch. I like Opposition Agent and Court of Ambition.
Opposition Agent. Why?
Because the mana base is pretty fragile of Johannes.
Yeah.
And Jonas can for sure make turn 1 Dark Ritual into Opposition Agent. And that if that resolves, the whole deck just crumbles apart.
Yeah, the mana base is fragile, it's on the limit, but Court of Ambition is something that's really interesting. Because with Johannes Gutbrot's deck, you have a lot of outs to enchantments in the form of Leyland Binding.
Yeah, that's true.
But the Monarch as a concept is something that I think supports Jonas' side a little bit more, especially with traditionally the boarding of Johannes Gutbrot, where he boarded sometimes out of Frog. Traditionally in black base decks, we had a lot of Bowmasters running around.
Yeah.
And Bowmasters were pretty strong at gaining the monarchy.
And we don't have, I think, Bowmasters in any deck of these two.
No, there are no Bowmasters. Powder Keg, not really anything. Disruptor Flute.
I'm unsure. I think...
I mean, you can disrupt the Flute, the Swords Plowshare, and make it a little bit rarer or harder to cast for Johannes Gutbrot. But with the inclusion of another sideboard card for Johannes Gutbrot in the form of Terminus, I think.
Terminus is in the main deck.
Terminus is in the main deck.
Should be. No Terminus this time.
He cut the Terminuses since yesterday.
Oh, wow.
And this is huge. Yesterday he played one Terminus in the board, and I was looking for it, and this was like the big card against creature decks, but yesterday it was mostly blue mirrors for him with other blue decks like blue-black Frog, blue-black Scam and stuff like that. And therefore he has to rely on no Terminus here. But for his side we have the 2 Whale of Summer. Maybe we even want to have it dressed on in there to make the Barogoyf smaller. We have the Dismembered block. Pernicious Deed seems nice. It can clear off the whole board because it's so low to the ground. You drop it for 3 mana, and the next turn you pop it for 3 mana to clear the whole board. And I think that's pretty much it. The Nihil Spellbomb seems okay, but he didn't saw any reanimate. I mean, he knows there are reanimate in there, but maybe the Nihil Spellbomb isn't that great against the specific build.
Yeah, I also don't like the Nihil Spellbomb that much because have you already said that with the Barogoyf that it grows also from the other graveyard?
It grows also from the other graveyard. That's true. At least Psychic Frog is something, if you pop the opponent's graveyard, you can keep your own graveyard pretty much in check with the second ability.
Yeah, that's true.
Where you can give your Psychic Frog flying. But yeah, it will be an interesting second matchup or second game for them. And for us, we hope that we can get to a third. Am I right?
For the stream, for sure.
For the stream, for sure. For our local community, we hope that Jonas smashed Johannes Gutbrot 2-0. But yeah, we hope to see some good magic coming up.
So we have seen a Dismember coming in.
Yeah. Additional removal is definitely needed. And I have to say, I really like the lines always where they bounce the Mystic Sanctuary with Daze to get another removal spell back to ensure card quality over card quality. And this is something that is especially needed in this matchup because, like, Jonas will drop threat after threat after threat after threat.
Yeah.
And you need the additional removal there.
That's why opposition agent really shines here in this matchup.
Yeah.
I'm pretty convinced that Jonas is boarding in the opposition agents.
Yeah. And yeah, we see Johannes is in pretty much good spirits here.
Because he won yesterday.
Yeah.
Our tournament, the Austrian Legacy Masters. He has already qualified for the European Legacy Masters slot. So he's today more here for the fun than anything else.
Yeah, exactly. He's just here to have a good time because he's still in Linz. That's the reason that we made our tournaments like back to back. We made a whole big weekend with a lot of Legacy being played.
So that people can already come here on Friday and then play Legacy Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah, exactly. It's like you need to do that because like for one tournament you don't travel like 7 to, we had like the Hanover guys traveled 7 to 8 hours down here, and you don't do this for one tournament most of the time.
But for free?
But for 3?
That seems like a total game changer here.
Count me in. Yeah, it's
beautiful surveil from Jonas. with a lot of
swing.
swing, yeah.
But yeah, what do you think about the land choice of Johannes Goodboard? I really like beta basics. Beta tools, I have to say.
Who doesn't like black bordered tools? I mean, it's pretty easy to like them. Yeah, Australia is a little bit far actually, and it's a little bit big.
Australia, Austria is it not the same? No, Australia, or it's on the other side of the earth.
Yeah, the funny thing here is when you talk to people in the States or overseas, not many people know actually the country of Austria. And when you tell them, yeah, you're from Austria, they are always like, oh, really? Do you see often kangaroos or something? And we have to say to them, no, unfortunately, there aren't any kangaroos in Austria. We just have cows.
The basic thing is we're in Austria, not Australia. It's cows, not kangaroos. But yeah, there's only one historic figure that most of the people associate him with Germany, but
No. You mean Mozart, yeah.
Yeah, Mozart.
Mozart is...
No, I meant another artist.
Unfortunate.
Unfortunate.
But yeah,
back to Legacy.
Back to Legacy. And now we have here a Dark Ritual into probably Barrow. Yeah, Arnold. Also Arnold. That's true.
Arnold, true. He's also a politician, yeah? But for America.
Peter. Oh my gosh.
But here we have the
dissension.
Yeah,
again.
The Black Army of the side of Jonas against.
I really like the Dolphy Voidwalker here.
Yeah.
It came out of the sideboard, am I right? No.
No, 4 in the main
deck.
Because the whole deck basically fuels you can't block my creatures. Because Stalactite Stalker, Menace. Voidwalker, Shadow. Psychic Frog, Flying. Barrow, Death Touch. You don't really want this. Grief, Menace. Troll, Giga Menace.
Yeah, I think Johannes's lands are really betas. Or I'm unsure. Maybe they are foreign black bordered. Could be. I don't know.
I think there were some betas.
Mark Eric Vogt in the chat. Thank you very much. You say nope. Unlimited painted borders. Oh.
Okay, that's the reason that I'm thinking they are beta, yeah. But it looks great after all. I, for my side, I just play FBB in the last couple of years.
You're a rich man.
I play non-blue.
Thoughts on the Dolphy?
Yeah, the blue-black deck is a really, really sweet innovation of Johannes. of Jonas. He basically played it only mono black, and then he just thought, hey, Psychic Frog is a great card. And from yesterday to today, he basically brewed the list a little bit in another side, because he previously played the black green surveil land.
Yeah.
Because he just wanted to have the one surveil, which came up multiple times already, because he reanimated his opponent's Knight of the Reliquary.
Yeah, that's true.
But now he plays Undercity Sewers and Underground Sea for Psychic Frog.
Yeah, we talked about the deck with Johannes yesterday, and he said Mark has convinced him to just play 4 frogs in his control deck at the 4 days, and it paid off.
Yeah.
Really, really great.
He
Great
said,
deck building here.
Yeah, he said Mark basically was the cornerstone of his innovation, or their innovation. And yeah, the 2-drop slot is really, really packed here. The daces feel great. You can, basically, Leyland Binding is a 1-drop removal spell a lot of the time. So yeah, really, really makes sense.
I'm still in disbelief that Leyline Binding is such a powerhouse in Legacy, because we joked about it when it came out, because
it was a meme.
It was a meme. Leyline Binding is here to save Legacy, and suddenly, 4-color control adopts Leyline Binding, and it's really great. And it just, oh my god, I had so many, I don't want to say feel bads, but played against Marco Vassallo on 4-color
True
control.
Hero. Yeah.
Versus True Hero, and it felt so bad to lose against 4 Leyline Binding. All Phyrexian and Dreadnoughts under Leyline Binding. Oh, that hurt so much.
Yeah, you can bounce your Leyland Bindings and this thing still goes down. But yeah.
Yeah, it's only good because of beans. That's true.
That's true. And yeah, here we get now into the position that Johannes kind of wants to be in. Clear board, turn 4. He has his Up the Beanstalk on the field. Now he can play for card quality in his hand. He can cast his cantrips, searches for the Force of Will to get protection from stuff that Jonas can do, can keep everything kind of in check, and then drops in a frog or an Uro, and yeah, then he
runs
goes
away
through.
with the game.
Exactly.
It's
Uro currently is in check on the side of Jonas with the Nihil Spell Bump. And yeah, he has, I think, another Up the Beanstalk now in his hand. And Up the Beanstalk is really the card that keeps the deck together.
Yeah, without Beanstalk it wouldn't be the same. And another spell bomb here.
Yeah, because like with Psychic Frog, it's still fragile to remove. And we talked about with Johannes, it's still like, especially in the pre-board games, your opponents always have the removal in the deck.
Yeah, always.
They always have it. But yeah, so you have to kind of protect your frog. You have to move in a position where you can drop the frog. So their frog is not really a 2-drop anymore. It's much more later. Whereas like Up the Beanstalk, most of the time a 3-drop.
Here we have the opposition agent.
And yeah,
do we have a daze? Do we have a force?
Yeah, we have the days.
But I understand Jonas. He has to do this.
Yeah. And even if it gets countered, you have the reanimate for the next turn.
Yeah, there's 2 reanimates in his hand.
But at the point where like the Leyland Binding hits it, it's gone, far away.
Yeah, that's fine for Jonas.
But yeah, I really have to appreciate the deck of Johannes Gutbrot. It's
the unlimited painted borders.
No, it's the foil daisies. Let's talk about the good stuff.
Yeah, I mean it's beautiful.
By the way,
I don't like foils for myself, but I can appreciate it if someone foils the deck.
The thing is, he's playing Emerald foiled Um, Old fetches.
Foil old fetches, yeah.
Those are like more expensive than the Stonelands.
Yeah, that's true.
Why?
Probably true, yeah.
Why doesn't he have beta tools by now? I mean, I think he's married,
I
or
don't
at
know.
least engaged, or in a later stage of a
I don't,
relationship.
I don't see rings, so no marriage.
No rings. They don't play the One Ring.
Yeah, the one ring. I mean, that's such a big flavor field that it's that you can't have more than one copy in your deck.
Yeah. Is that true here in the chat? Right when we talk
Yeah.
about him. He's coming in with the pot of greed. Yeah, the use is a beta, but
I think they're all unlimited painted,
yeah,
probably.
I think so too, because like it doesn't really I mean, when you slowly upgrade it,
Yeah, it could work. It could work.
yeah. Here we're just waiting for Johannes to find his win condition. Oh, am I right?
Yeah, Johannes is just searching now for an Uro or for a frog or something.
Just go.
That game is actually basically over because Johannes is in a position where he can do anything he wants. He has another sword in hand. He has, I think it's a force or another daze.
Yeah, maybe he hardcast the force here now. I think we have Entomb. No, we have no Entomb. Is it
No Entombs.
Thoughtseize? No, it's a Void Walker on the side of Jonas. And I think Jonas is trying to go the draw go route now.
I don't understand it. Why would he try to draw go?
I think the only position for Jonas to win this at this match is card casting another opposition agent at the end of the turn.
Yeah, because reanimate opposition agent doesn't work because of the second Nile spellbomb.
Yeah. But I think we search now for a hard cast Force of Will. Put the 2 cards back. Tap your 5 lands.
Fetching in response to opposition agent.
Yeah.
Then hard casting force.
And then the opposition agent doesn't really do anything anymore. Because, like, what does it really do? And yeah, this is an altered tropical island. Yeah. We can.
I want to hedge maze.
Yeah, which means he can scry here.
I love this introduction of the surveillance into Legacy because you suddenly don't need that much duels anymore.
Yeah, it's so cool because a lot of decks that wouldn't really play any fetches are now playing fetches because they can set up like 1 or 2 draws for each game. And the surveillance were pretty great. I was like, it doesn't feel that great, but like one I wouldn't really mind, and then I adopted it in Painter, and they all feel great.
Yeah, they feel so good that in slower decks, sometimes I want the second one.
Yeah, like TS was like a big example where it was like hilarious because this is the typical deck that wins in the first few turns, and they even want to play the tapped lands, and they are playing 2 of those. But yeah, here we have the Stalker that wants to stake up the beanstalk.
Jonas is really trying to stay alive here, or to stay in the game. I think we have already surpassed the point of just scooping it up.
Yeah, it's around that time. Maybe he wants to run out like 5 minutes. Because then it's a guaranteed draw because Johannes can't really win in 10.
Yeah, you're right.
And as long as Johannes doesn't show a win condition, maybe Jonas
He's trying
to survive into the 5th extra turn.
I mean, he's on 10 life, Johannes.
Okay, now we have a win condition.
There's the frog, a lot of cards in hand. Another land here for Jonas.
Maybe we get a fatal push.
I dismember the frog. This is good because you can reanimate the frog of Johannes.
Yeah. And if it doesn't die, this would be at least 3 cards out of the hand of Johannes.
Yeah, and that would be huge.
And this would mean Johannes has to find a position for another Leyline binding. No, it's Force Pitch. Force or Daze?
First pitch stifle.
Force Pitch Stifle. He's drawing 2 extra cards.
And another dismember. Wow!
Oh, that's huge.
Wow!
So big that he even forgot to attack with...
No.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, he forgot. Yeah, if he pulls ahead, he rarely uses it.
And a dismember for Johannes himself.
Yeah.
And another sword. He
And
has to reanimate himself?
yeah, he's playing 1 reanimate in the board.
Whoa! Okay, that took me by surprise. That really took me by surprise. A Thorfy Voidwalker here. That probably gets sorted.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks grim. It looks grim now.
Because like Swords Plowshares against any reanimate deck is really great because yeah, it just puts them into exile and reanimate is much worse card.
Yeah, you should
afterwards.
maybe Jonas should play how's that called? The Scourge.
The
Can
no,
be played from the exile.
the food chain special basically.
Eternal Scourge, yeah.
Eternal Scourge.
Nah, this is just a bad card.
He's
We
playing
don't do
blue.
this.
We can also play the Mist Hologryph and at least it flies.
Also a pretty bad card out of Food Chain.
But then you also can splash for food chain kinda, maybe play some Force of Wills.
Maybe play some Food Chain and
But yeah,
reanimate on Stalker. Do we have another force here?
or Brainstorm for a Force. At this point,
I mean, he's on free life.
yeah, you don't play Orcish Bowmasters that you maybe get them in response to a trigger. You have no direct
And the-
damage.
Yeah, the second Stalker is be really strong here. Brainstorm, yeah, Brainstorm. You have to Brainstorm here.
I'd love to see.
Yeah, Checkpile was also a really great deck.
It was awesome back in the days, and yeah, the control deck is like, it's like a hard fighting in the first few turns, and then it's like kind of putting yourself into a winning and a more winning into the final winning position of the match.
Ooh, and now we have the Mystic Sanctuary. Really good, really strong.
Or
Maybe another
swords.
swords put on top. Maybe we have another
Yeah.
Honda or something.
Or a force. Then you get it with the trigger. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. Really strong.
Then you get back your swords. You can sword the Stalactite Stalker. And yeah. And yeah, Blue Farm. This is a live tournament.
Yeah, for sure this is live. I mean, why should be?
I want to know what is happening.
Yeah. I'm unsure too.
No, he did not do anything, and then he cast the second reanimate on the another Stalker.
Okay, so no sword here.
Yeah, and
Just-
if this is the Uro, this should pretty much seal the deal.
Or the deed. Deed for 2? No. Okay.
Yeah. So we're going to game 3, guys.
3.
Now Jonas is on the play. So maybe we see some scamming. And in 10 minutes, Jonas can win the game. What is the set of foil, Jonas? Couldn't zoom in.
These are Rebecca Gay swamps. Old border Rebecca Gay foil.
Old border Rebecca Gay foil. I think it's the version without the starlight.
Why don't you just go on Card Market and look them up? Or on Scryfall.
No.
Yeah, these ones in old border.
These ones in old border.
Peter.
See 16 some Rebecca Gay. Secret Lair, I think.
I think it's also Secret Lair.
No, it was no Secret Lair.
Yeah, these are from 2016.
Okay. There was a fan project to put them into old border.
Really?
Yeah, in 2016, 8 years ago.
And they did it? Wow, great.
But yeah, it was a
Very, very beautiful. I like them also, but I'm more of a how's it called? Really old border or really old cards, not beta, but I love Tempest. I love what's the other one? Tempest and Mirage. Mirage lands are also really, really beautiful and really nice. And you see that often because people are mostly Stronghold is also really great. People are opting more for beta or special editions
I have
or for more expensive versions.
I'm playing basically Unglued or Tempest, and then there is basically FPB tools. Basics.
Basics.
I love my Unglued tools. But yeah, back to the game. I think
I'm more of an unhinged person.
I think your mental is a little bit unstable. But yeah, here
I can make that joke. So puns are allowed when they're coming from me.
Yeah, we have Jonas here. I think we have one of two things. If Jonas has a really aggressive draw, he can still win the match.
Yeah, easily. With an aggressive draw, it's easily possible.
Yeah, if Johannes
Johannes mulligans. That's great for Jonas. He plays the Grief package, and as we all know, mulliganing against the Grief deck, it feels so bad.
The only thing is like every mulligan puts down like 1 minute down the clock, which is negative for Jonas in this case because he needs the time to win for the game.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's like, yeah, Johannes have to decide to keep his hands. Then we see how aggressive the hand of Jonas is, because like Johannes' deck can't win in 7 minutes.
I mean, he can if he plays extremely fast.
And Jonas has no remove spell for a turn 2 frog that hits you for 8 in the face since start of turn 3. This is basically the draw that Johannes needs.
I mean, he has still Fatal Push and Shooter at City.
Yeah, so Johannes basically has no draw that is possible to win.
Turn 2 frog, keep Force plus blue card, and discard the rest.
This would pretty much be the closest as it would get. Stalactite Stalker, attacking for 2 on the next turn. Yeah.
Not the most aggressive start from Jonas. Not the most aggressive start.
We have around 38
players.
And I don't think we have any Stifler players today.
No, unfortunately. But we are playing 6 rounds of Swiss, followed by top 8. And first prize is a Tundra and an European Legacy Master slot. Second place is a Plateau. Third and fourth place are a Forceful out of Alliances. And 5th to 8th place are an Orcish Bowmaster.
Exactly.
So really nice prizes for our players.
And yeah, we see some reanimation going on a Stalactite Stalker, I would say. So it's
Swords on the first Stalactite Stalker and now another Stalactite Stalker.
maybe it's a daze now on the reanimate. Yeah, we will see what Johannes is doing. But I, for my side, expect now a draw.
With the swords on the Stalker, yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I don't think Jonas is able to grind out to be fast enough.
Mhm.
Yeah, for sure. That will be
Yeah,
the
there
day.
is a force of will in the hand of Johannes.
Yeah, Johannes should also be aware of the time. It's also the next thing.
Yep.
If he wins it, he has to play a frog next turn. If he wants to win it. Nope, only up
No.
the beanstalk.
Only drawing cards, not winning the game. Yeah, you need like 4 attacks with a fully loaded hand to win against a full life opponent.
Yeah, sure. You all should come to Linz. We had how many players did we had for Friday? Friday were 34 players. Yesterday we had 60 players for the Austrian Legacy Masters, and today we have 38 players for the Austrian Legacy seasons and tournaments. So a whole weekend full of Legacy and full of streaming. And it's not that far from Prague, from the Czech Republic. So
Yeah.
4 hours by car. I was in Prague 2 weekends ago with my girlfriend. It was really nice. My fiancé,
Fiancé. Yeah.
to be exactly here. Morava. That's basically Polish border. Am I right?
I have no idea.
Or Slovakian border. I mean, we have a lot of Slovakian guys here. I
Yeah.
think 2 cars, about 10 people.
Yeah.
So, yeah, close to Ostrava. Yeah, we have a lot of Slovakian guys here. So the trip isn't too far.
Yeah.
It's pretty easily doable.
And here we have the Wasteland. We attack with the Stalactite Stalker.
Wasteland was a good draw here.
Yeah,
Wasteland was
getting
a really,
him
really
down
good
to
draw here.
15. And he's playing now at Auto Voidwalker.
And descending also.
And there is no possibility for days here because he killed
The
on
island.
the island. And yeah, Stalker still
Another
grown.
island, alive from the loam on 2 lands. Okay, no more land action here. No more wastelanding done. Searching out Underground Sea. Also descending. And the next one.
Yeah. Then attacking for 3 here. Now growing up to 4. And now we still get into the territory
Where it can be possible that we have a winner in this match.
Yeah. Johannes has to find a removal spell. And he did. He draws another card. Maybe it's another removal spell. But the key thing is
On the
that-
Doffy. Okay.
with the Nihil Spellbomb. Crucially,
Crucially, yeah, really,
can
really strong
descend.
here.
and the Psychic Frog
Also really strong. I think he just...
attacks for 4. But I still want to play the Nihil Spellbomb.
Yeah, you have to play an Iris Spellbomb.
Even if it gets countered.
Then it can descend.
Yeah.
And I think you crack it right now. If it... You have to crack it. You try to get the Life from the Loam away, and also the one swords out of the graveyard.
Yeah. It's still cracked. So he descends.
Yeah, for sure.
He does not play any rough.
No.
He cuts the terminus from yesterday to today. So yeah.
40 seconds to go.
And no removal spell.
It's here's a Psychic Frog. Here's a Psychic Frog himself.
Okay.
And
A pernicious
pernicious
deed.
deed.
No. The local hero.
Still everything works.
Yeah.
Psychic Frog attacking for 1.
Trigger, drawing a card. Playing an opposition agent now.
Do we see another force? We have another force. There's a force.
So-
Force pitch frog.
Yeah.
Going down to 5.
And this turn cycle was crucially because, like, I think,
And another ley line binding.
yeah, then it should be a draw.
It should be a draw. It's a
And
draw.
this is, but I think we are now.
We
Jonas have the first extra turn.
We have 5 extra turns. Now the time is pretty much, irrelevant.
Only for us relevant because it's less break time for me.
Yeah, that's true.
But maybe I can get like quickly in 2 slices of peach.
Of pizza, not
Of
peach.
Of pizza. I only
2 slices of
2 slices
peach.
of peach. Yeah. We can get rid of the.
Sword. That was a strong draw here. The thought sees.
How is that?
Wastelanding.
Or the timer. Yeah, the timer is pretty much correct. I think the judge is standing nearby.
And another psychic frog from Jonas.
I'm not sure in which extra turn we have.
They get extra time also.
They get 5 minutes extra time on the stream usually. So
No, 2 minutes extra time, I think.
do you daze this here?
Oh, really, really hard decision.
Yeah.
I think you'd have to daze it.
You tap it? Does he have another daze?
Another days, or now you go for the Mystic Sanctuary on a removal. Sanctuary on a removal, probably the swords. You draw the swords. You have to get rid of at least 1 frog
And
to survive 1 more turn.
yeah, the thing is like you still you still have 2 lethal threats then. Because you can discard 2 cards for exactly 3 damage. And you only need 1 card now.
Now on 2. Oh my gosh, this is such an insane match.
Now, maybe Jonas has 1 turn left. I'm not sure how many turns they have. Because currently everything goes so quickly.
It's just such an insane last match here.
1 sword is in there, yeah?
1 sword on 1.
No!
And the ley line binding.
Now it's a draw.
And then another. Yeah, it's. I think the draw is sealed now.
Yeah.
But I really, really love Jonas' deck. The inclusion of Psychic Frog in Mono Black's game is just insane.
Johannes, isn't it? I don't think so, but we can look into it. But but yeah, we will see. We will see. I think
We will tell the judge and that he should take an eye on it.
Yeah, but with them now playing way slower, I think they are now in the extra chance.
Probably. Cracking the spell bomb. The third ley line binding.
Yeah, pondering around. No, it's no problem. If you look at it correctly, he has the bottom side of the cards facing away from him. Usually he looks to the right side, but whenever he's stuck with his deck in his hand, it just quickly confirms that it pushes right into it and then quickly looks away.
I think it's okay.
Yeah. At least in this case, we saw it directly on the stream with his face, so.
The rest should be, we take a look at it afterwards.
Yeah.
I mean, a reanimate. Okay, no, the frog is exiled.
Yeah. Do you know which card would be really, really awesome?
Powder
Plus
keg.
point for Jonas. No, not powder cake. Echoing troops.
Echoing truth out of the sideboard for this matchup. I don't think this does
Now
enough.
in this spot, end of turn Echoing Troops bounces 3 Leyline Binding, and he only has 2 white mana, so he could attack in the
Yeah.
next turn.
Yeah, but it's like, nah, not really. I don't
Nah,
like
not
this.
really. It's not good. But in this case, it would win.
What does powder keg say?
At the beginning of your upkeep, you may put a counter on top of the keg, and then you can tap and sack it.
With combat mana. Okay, that does nothing.
So, but you can pop it for 2, and we have the next opposition agent. at least I think we should be nearly out of
no.
forces, but not out of dazes. And I don't think that Johannes has the power to win. It would be really interesting. We are in the second extra turn. And I think this should be in the end step of Johannes, which means we go now to the third extra turn. This means Johannes has 1 attack, so this should be.
Veil of Summer. And now, third extra turn is
Reanimate?
reanimate on opposition agent. Okay, we are in.
That means Johannes is not allowed to play his 4th Leyline Binding. Okay, yeah. Last extra turn for Johannes. He will attack for 4.
And that's not enough. He can dump his whole hand. It's simply not enough. No.
Killing Sanders Launch for good measures. Yeah. So we have a draw here in round number 3 of the Season's End tournament of the Austrian Legacy League. In the Austrian Legacy Masters.
So many Austrian Legacy references. But we try to keep everything on theme for our side project.
Yeah, exactly. And
I'm unsure. What is actually our side project here? Is it the In Response to Legacy podcast or is it the Austrian Legacy League?
I think we have 2 main projects.
Probably for sure. So if you want to spend more time with us, consider following us on our social medias. It's at response_legacy basically everywhere. And take a look into our podcast. We have bi-weekly release schedules, and our last episode aired on Friday. It's also on YouTube at InResponse_legacy, and basically response_legacy everywhere. I think I should change this also to response_legacy soon.
Yeah, we have to see how we do. And
we got a raid for 14 persons. Thank you, Alberto Gypsy. Thank you very much. We are in the last extra turn of round 3 of the Austrian Legacy Seasons End tournament. And I think this is...
and it got dazed!
And we have a draw here from Johannes Gutbrot, the winner of the Austrian Legacy Masters yesterday, against Jonas Schernberger, our local hero. It's a draw.
Yeah, he basically lost the winning in yesterday. But I think we guys will go
on a really short break, about 1 minute or so, until I turn into Daniel.
Exactly, and I switch seats with Philip and then Daniel. But we will be back soon with some more Legacy action.
So stay tuned, don't go anywhere. It's really just a couple of minutes where we decide who to put in our feature match area.
See you soon.